Okay, I'm Vianet, and I'm originally from Mexico, but I've lived in Fort Worth for most of my life, and I'm currently getting my master's in counseling at UNT. I grew up Catholic for half my life, and then my mom became Pentecostal for like I don't know, age maybe 12 and till now. And so both of those denominations, spiritual, there's a huge spiritual component, and prayers are huge. So I think while I was growing up, we would pray right before like a big test. Whether it was when she was Catholic or when she was Pentecostal, we'd always pray for a big test. It was just God always had a hand in everything that we did. But I know that prayer works because I have seen that in my family, and I've seen like my mom's prayers, like she continues to pray daily. And I know that our family is always in those prayers, especially my dad. As I mentioned, I grew up half Catholic, and my dad, he was Catholic by name. He'd go to church maybe once a year. And when my mom became Pentecostal, he was very against it. He did not allow her to go to church, didn't really want her to bring her new friends in. He was very against it. And over the years, he started being okay with it, but he would still, there was constant fights about religion at my house. And so I think that was one of the reasons why it made me stay away from God for a while. But in the past year, my dad, just out of nowhere, he told my mom he wanted to go to church with her one Sunday. It really came out of nowhere. No one really expected it. My mom thought he was just being nice that day, and like he went to church. My mom said he didn't say anything that day. And then in the coming weeks, just every now and then, he'd say like, oh, I'll take you. And then once he was there, he's like, oh, I guess I'll stay. And little by little, he started going. He was actually baptized into the Pentecostal denomination, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago. And I have never seen my parents more happy in their life. Like I have never ever seen them like show affection, like physical affection. I think that's part of like the Mexican culture. But I can just tell that they're like in love again, and that they're happy together. And I know it's only because God is working in my dad's heart, and it's only because my mom has never lost hope, and she's always believed that prayer works. She believed that it worked when I took a test, and she believed that it worked when it came to my dad's heart. It was really inspiring to see, like just going back to like the prayer does work. And I think that's partly what's gotten Sean and I, my husband, to get more into prayer. We'll every now and then, instead of just saying thank you, we actually stop and say, okay, what do we need? What can we thank God for today? When we tell people I'm praying for you, actually do it, because I think that was very common. Like something's going in a friend's life and just say, I'm praying for you, but then never again crosses our mind. And I think just seeing how he worked in my dad's heart, someone who I never thought would be someone to open his Bible and just start reading and to talk to us about his faith, just that made me realize my prayer it does mean something. And if I say that I'm going to pray for someone, then I should do it. And so it's really, I guess it convicted me of that, and it's helping me grow and becoming a person that prays more. Not to be discouraged. I think it's very easily if we don't see tangible things, to think that God isn't really there. But like I said, the work in my dad's heart has been maybe 15 years coming, and it finally happened. And maybe a year ago it still didn't seem like it was possible, but it finally did. I think it's really easy to be discouraged when we don't see it in our time. It's easy to forget that it's all in God's time.